Welcome everyone to the 220th weekly MLP Drawing School live critique stream. It's like, what is
Yay.
it, May 19th already?
I
Oh,
think so.
yeah. Yeah, I guess. That's
We'll
what the
get those
calendar
mermaid
says at
drawings out.
least.
No, it's not. I'm in Europe and it's still the 19th.
Yeah, it's the 19th.
Yes, but
No,
it's
I'm not in
the
Europe.
20th. It's the 20th for BFC. For most of Europe, it's just me and Zai, really.
It's true.
I am very much in Europe.
I think you two should
Am
fight.
I supposed to just drive this country out? Zai isn't in Europe. I am. I don't know where Zai is.
I'm a crazy
They're
man.
just gonna drive their island away.
So, as you can hear, we have Alley Claw,
Hello.
Cute Pencil Case,
Hi, I'm in Europe.
Definitely hear that.
Fluffy's
You
Eye,
feel like you got some thoughts on that. Hello.
and
He's not in Europe.
I believe
Oh,
Pixie is not joining us
Technically.
tonight.
Pixie maybe creepy boy. But we have the ever gracious living dead who puts up with us, even though we are
We're
a
crazy.
bunch of cats. We're a bunch of cats. That's what we are, people.
Cats.
We were
Cats are
just
the best
talking about
anyway.
D&D,
There's
and
a
he's
reason.
just trying to herd cats.
I don't know what you're all saying because you're all talking at the same time.
Good. It's all good. Let's just get through this one drink at a time. I mean, hi.
Oh no.
So let's just start this off. Embroidered, you asked questions about the shading on your picture. I don't have it up here because we weren't quite sure what your question, like if there was any bits of detail we didn't give you last week when we talked about the shading on your picture. Is there anything additional you're looking for? I know you've changed some minor things, but it's not a substantial change overall. I hope my mic is working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you, to us at least.
Yes.
Good question.
Good question.
I hope so. Ellie, draw something with a knife. Oh God, they're gonna have a knife fight down in the. It's gonna be a whole bunch of cute, cuddly characters, all
Holding
with knives.
That's probably going to be the next Pony Fest stream, to be honest.
Oh no.
That's every. Did you get an answer? When's Ponyfest? I have no idea what day it is. We
They
just
said
talked
month.
about it.
They're gonna give answers in the next few days.
Oh, sweet.
Embroidered.
Are
Oh,
you
no.
with us?
I think we
They don't need more weapons. They have them. Just their existence.
Embroidered has an army of OCs.
just waiting for a response to the further questions. Question. Yeah, this English makes sense to me.
How do I spin this canvas? I don't, I guess.
Yeah, I was trying to do that and then it
I
have no idea.
As I discovered last time, I sent this in the voice chat in text, so do not click up the stream. But I
I
discovered
can't
there's like
read.
in the preferences. Okay, that's good to know. In the preferences, there's like a keyboard shortcuts, and there's like one that's set to rotate the canvas, but like it doesn't work for some reason. So I changed it to a different one, and then it works.
All
I
right.
just been having. Oh, I can put a knife on this character's mouth because someone put a rose in here. That's my critique
Well,
for
the
this
rose has
picture.
thorns, so we'll have to go with that. Just stab him with the thorns.
So
There.
embroidered. Just to tackle that really quick. So basically, we talked a little bit before you came, and mostly our advice is to move forward. If you're finding yourself being stuck on this, sometimes it's better to start with a fresh new thing than keep trying to push and refix and redo
Mhm.
and poke at over and over again. When you're making such small changes and you're not seeing such a big difference, it's sometimes better to either start over and do attempt number 2 or start onto a whole new piece.
Yeah, and it can be like hard to try and do sometimes, but it is very, very helpful like yeah, basically like Ali said, like just either you just move on and this isn't worth your time anymore, or if you really do want to do it, which you probably do if you're spending that much time working on it, then complete fresh start can often help you work out a lot of those difficulties. And I've had so many pictures that I've been like fiddling on for ages and ages. Even the one I'm doing right now as we speak, I've been on for quite a while. So I definitely know that idea of like, oh, it like takes ages, and you just want to experiment and see like, okay, well, how can I make this work? And it's like eventually you just gotta put that aside and be like, okay, maybe I need to just give this a fresh look and see what like new ideas I come up with as I'm drawing it.
I know it's probably not the thing you wanted to hear. I know I hate hearing it, but yeah, if you're stuck or not really moving fast, or it's sometimes just good to start over or start fresh with the knowledge that we've given you and the knowledge that you can look up on the internet, all that stuff.
Yes, yes.
Does that help?
We hope
Wow.
so.
No, it's not
Waiting
overly
for
helpful.
response.
It's not like a silver bullet to the piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
Are you shooting art now? Sport for art pieces. They aren't vampires.
We should draw art, not
Silver
shoot
was
it.
for werewolves.
Oops. Why would you shoot werewolves? It's just big puppies. Just hug them. It's gonna be fine.
So the next picture. A picture of the best Kieran would love some tips and critique on the legs and critique in general. This is by Discordvich, which I always imagine. No, Disc or Dorvit. Dovich? I don't know how it's supposed to be said. I'm just going to imagine Discord sandwich.
Person.
Oh, they're here. They're actually in the voice chat.
Hi, person. You can't say your name.
Well, that's convenient.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm Discord.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Discordovich. Okay. Do you have any questions in particular then? While we have you in voice here.
Well, generally, I was concerned about the front legs.
Front legs. All right.
And how they bend.
All right.
Leggies. Leggies are fun. Leggies are hard. Leggies are leggies.
Those art.
I mean, the first thing I'd really recommend if you're having issues with how to bend said ligaments or I always say ligaments. No, it's wrong. To bend, arms or legs or such. I would look into your understanding of the anatomy. Sometimes not knowing how to move or place limbs usually comes down to not quite knowing just how it works anatomy-wise, where all the connections are. Usually just going off of how it looks with the skin on versus without. I know that sounds horrifying, but looking at the bones of the creature and how the bones themselves work rather than just like the creature as a whole. Because knowing how the bones bend and where they bend and how much they bend can really help with understanding how to position things.
There's also the question of what are you looking to get out of your legs? Are you looking for a realistic sort of movements? Or are you looking for, cartoony comic book sort of, I'm able to be stretched around like Stretch Armstrong and I'm made of rubber? Sort of Pinkie Pie at all times.
Well, probably the second one.
If it's Stretch Armstrong, Pinkie Pie, OTP or whatever, yeah, it's if it's a matter of not doing bones and your goal is to do those weird flexy joints and weird flexy everything, then just go ham. Like take the screenshots from the show or there's the one episode of, or movie, I guess, of Steven Universe where the one of the characters is just a wibbly wobbly creature. Or go back
like,
to old Disney where everything was wibbly wobbly. That they would just essentially do curves for arms, and it worked out just fine for them.
yeah, it's sort of breaking things down to that like expressive stage, like without like worrying about anatomy. It's just like expressing a pose, an idea, a feeling, a concept of what the character is doing, and figuring out how to express that first, and then figuring out how to make it like anatomical. Like Adventure Time is a good one for that as well. They do
Oh,
a lot of that. Like
absolutely.
everyone just has like noodle arms. Sometimes very exaggeratedly so. Like some of the characters just like turn into like Mr. Tickle.
See, I'll be that butt though and say, even if
Mhm.
you are gonna break stuff, you should know before you break. It's like learning the rules before you can break
Oh
them. 'Cause
yeah,
if you don't know the
absolutely.
rules, how can you break them? You know.
Yeah, to know like the right way to exaggerate things.
Thanks for advice.
No worries.
No
Hmm.
problem.
Anything else?
I'll take the silence as a no. All right, let's move on to the next one. It will be the Twiduck. This is by Supermarine Spitfire. A quick duck Twilight sketch. I wanted to improve how long I take to sketch. That's totally a good thing to do. Just trying to get art done at a very quick pace. Wonderful skill to try and improve upon because it teaches you to try and work smarter rather than just taking your time and erasing and redoing, erasing and redoing. It allows you to get the flexibility to accept those flaws that you're doing in for or the flaws that are on the drawing, so you can just power through a picture and actually get done. It sucks spending days on a picture and just feeling like you've got nowhere on it. So just pounding through art's great.
Ooh, thank you, Zai.
I hope that made sense.
Hmm.
Right.
I also a knife with
Like
sparkles.
drawing.
That's dangerous. More of like a flail. Just
Draw,
tether the
draw.
sparkles to the flail.
Knives always need sparkles.
How
How
else
else
do
are
you
you
know
supposed
that
to
it's
know?
sharp and shiny? I do like your attempt to sort of think about how the water like bends around the character. Like that's a good touch. What is this part like here? Like going? Is that
I
like the
think it's
leg?
a leg.
Is there's shoulders? There's no shoulder on this side, and it really wouldn't be. I think it would be below the water, really. So you're fine just like leaving as the neck. I think that's like why this you compared this to a duck, and we've all like seen those pictures. I think part of that is not having the legs visible, because then that's what makes them look sort of duck-like. It's all the magic happening below the water. I love this pose. Like this angle is super great. I love what you've done. I love this idea. I definitely want to see this one finished. Oh, I will say
I
actually,
like my.
I just noticed something. Oh, we'll give my pen back. There we go. So
I
we
hate
got
this program.
we all do. So here's the sort of plane that Twilight is on, like a very very like top down looking pose. If you've seen our stuff before, you've seen us do these planes of existence, and normally they're like this. You know, when a character is like standing, because we're normally looking at them more from the front. This is obviously very like from above. So I don't feel like this is this like leg of the pier or whatever it is she's swimming next to, this pole is coming out at the right angle. I think it would be coming sort of towards us more like this. we'd have more of an extreme view, if that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Looking down at it from this angle. Kind of this corner.
Anyone else
I
got
was
any
gonna
other?
say-
Oh,
Oh, it's fine. No, I was just gonna say, I noticed that you're getting a bit more swooshy with your artwork, and I absolutely approve. Before it always felt like you just kind of did the push really hard to get the nice, clear, bold lines thing, but this swooshiness I'm getting from your art, I feel like for sketching, I feel like you're going in the right direction. It's good to get those swoosh. It's good to get that curve going as you move instead of just trying to make sure each line is perfect. So that speed and that letting yourself be loose, I think is going to be really beneficial to your sketching.
Mm-hmm.
all right. Shall we move on to our next picture?
Let's do
Shooting
it.
through him.
Pew pew. All right. This picture is by Poof Indie. My snarky bad OC. Critique would be appreciated. I need help fixing her design. So questions about design.
Well, I do quite like the colors. And it's like a metal batwing. Ooh, that's fun.
I think the tail could use a little bit of adjustment, like just the streaks in it. You sort of just laid it out center, and we've kind of lost the shape of where the tail's starting there. I'm really a fan of only just doing one sort of streak and maybe having it pop out at different areas, much like they'll do with like Twilight in it. You know, you'll just have the two streaks following each other. But it's really kind of what you're looking for. Like, if you're looking for that sort of separating, flowing through the hair sort of thing, you got to keep the multiple bodies. Kind of would be useful to have you here to bounce these suggestions off. You should think about
Design's very
Main that fade layer down.
there is a whole lot of dark going on here. Everything is a very dark tone.
Yeah, I very much agree. I was actually just popping Clip Studio Paint open to turn this into a black and white picture. Because I see you have a nice color palette where you do have a pale tone, but sadly you use that pale tone as the eyes, so everything else is fighting to be that darker color, and you don't have like a light base to go off of. So if I can just, let's see, I need to convert the layer. Let's convert it to grayscale. Like I'm looking, hold on. Let me see if I can post it in the chat, or paste it into. Alright, let's see if things go terribly wrong. Haha. I'm just gonna... Does that show up for everyone?
Yes.
Alright, wonderful. As you can see from the drawing, basically, like your that light purple you have in your hair is about the same value as your body color, and then the hair itself is only a slight shift. So playing with that a bit more, having more of a contrast going on between, say, the body and the hair, or just the hair, like, I can't talk. Someone take over for a second. My brain's
Quack, 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 quack.
Talking human, not in duck.
Oh,
Squeak.
No, that's also not human. It's mouse.
that's
Come on,
Fluttershy.
there are like a bajillion different forms of human language.
Olá, agora fazemos a critique em
There we go.
português. That
There we
was,
go.
that was human.
That's one. Yes, that's correct.
That was the one other we speak here. And now I forgot how to speak English because Ali, your brain has to start working again because mine
Oh no,
broke.
it's
No,
it's
Friday.
Friday.
we're all infected. We can't words. No words today.
We're a wordsless stream.
I
Which is
made
good
some
because we are.
possible colors on the side. I don't have a horse to try it on.
I mean, just looking at your color palette over here, it would almost be nice to have the body this light color. That way everything else pops off from it. Colors are hard. Color design is hard. Honestly, it's a really cute OC, and if you're not that worried about color theory, have fun with it. Go for it. If you want to work on balancing the colors a little bit more, I would really dig into color theory, dig into, you know, graphic design, which sounds weird, but graphic design applies a lot about color theory and what
Yeah.
colors go well together and why they go well together and that kind of stuff. But also just character design in general, that also is touched on a lot there. I just think graphic design takes it in a little bit more basic stance, so you're thinking about just the colors.
I actually have never done an art course in college. I did graphic design stuff. So there you go.
There we go. Now we know. Knowing is half the battle.
But that's just a theory. A color theory.
All right, shall we move on?
Let's do it. Let me
Alright.
just get rid
And
of
we
it.
got somewhere to be.
Wow. All right, so I actually see Hey Kelvin in our chat, so we're going to move on to their picture, which is the pink one down at the bottom right. So hey, Kelvin. You got any questions in particular about your picture here? This is your second drawing today.
Right.
Very surprising for me because I liked my drawing. Am I okay? Why didn't I hate it?
You are perfectly fine, I promise. You're allowed to like your art. It doesn't need to be a masterpiece to be liked. You're allowed to just enjoy it and like it because you did it, and it came out the way you maybe wanted it to, or something
maybe not, but
unexpected
it's okay.
happened and you liked it. It's just, you're allowed to like art. You're allowed to like your art.
Don't be afraid of it. Go read Art and Fear.
Yeah. Yes, Dino. They passed a law. I don't know if you ever heard, but you are indeed now. We have the freedom to like our own art.
Maybe it's just a Murica thing. It's freedom.
Yeah.
So this is one wild perspective, and you've definitely exaggerated limbs. But it seems to hold up through it. It's not like one leg's just gone hilariously long and the rest are just gone off into the, short little wibbly wobbly cute little hooves. No, you've made all your limbs quite the same length. Your front legs might be a bit longer than your back legs, but it's not too much, especially with how you've gone ahead and stretched the proportions. It seems to hold up. I think I would continue that stretching though if I was you. Right now the body feels very stunted compared to the rest of the limb extensions. I think I would just make that body longer while I'm at it. And it's good they're wearing a mask. They don't want to get people sick.
Yeah, but then I can't give them a knife.
They can hold them in their wings. Feet. That is... What?
Feet. Indeed, feet. Hoovesies.
This is why I'm a raccoon. I have actual little hands.
Do we have any idea about the closer looks of... Oh, like the hooves. Any question? Okay. So they're asking about their hooves and how they sort of look. Talking mostly
Do you
about the
want
bottom.
more realistic hoofs, like the underneath?
Yeah. If so, So here's how I think I'd approach this one. If you're looking for the if you're looking to do more realistic ones, honestly, go look up actual horses' hooves. You'll find that big front nail section, and then how they have the fleshy bit under it. If you're looking for that, real life is pretty good one to copy. Now, if you're looking for the cartoony one that other artists do, which artists in particular? My suggestion, if you find one that you like, go harvest a bunch of their pictures and reference the living crap out of it. Because that's the best way to make sure you have something good out of it. You reference the crap out of someone else's and then call it yours. Learning.
Art is all thievery, and that's okay. It's the good kind of thievery, not the bad kind. I want to clarify.
What our old leader used to say, View. He used to say, art is not made in a void. There you go.
It's true. Old leader. Before the takeover.
Oh, my art is in a void. Who has time to draw backgrounds?
So yeah, keep doing your pictures. Definitely go grab a few references for what you're looking for in particular, and go reference the living crap out of it. If you have any questions in particular of how you could build it up to that, we can try and answer that.
Is that going to be your new Discord username now? The living crap.
The living crap.
Right,
That's only when I feel sick.
Are we done?
No, we aren't
Did
done.
I fall asleep halfway through?
What? No, we jumped to the bottom picture because they're here
Oh, I
in the chat. Did you fall asleep partway through this conversation?
Well,
It's always possible.
yeah. If I was asleep, I don't remember.
I think she might have dementia.
No.
I was awake for too long today.
You're allowed to sleep.
I am not.
She wants to join in the Cards Against MLPDS game we're going to have after this.
All right, let's go on to our next picture then. We're gonna do the top one because we jumped
All right.
over it.
Knives and spiky roses.
My raccoon has joined the knife squad.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh. We just need a zombie with a knife now.
Yes. But I'm going to add that as a card.
Zombie with a knife, or I've joined the knife
The knife
squad.
Yeah.
You can add both.
All right, this is by ML Gamer Dudes, and they labeled it the Flower Trios. Note, they did not have knives in their mouth to start.
Lies.
We apologize for the knives, but this is what it is today.
Yeah, we
I don't
graffiti.
apologize. I'm just giving the ponies gifts.
So, any particular questions with the post, or
No.
no? Okay.
So another person did point this out. Not cut it. They actually said don't copy and paste the same face, and yeah, it does totally appear that happened. What it has caused is they all have this like Children of the Corn sort of look where they're all identical, and it's creepy in the nature of their similarities.
Mm-hmm.
Differences definitely help knock that off. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, having slightly different facial expressions, as well as eye position.
Like even a little mlem out of one of them would have been great.
And I think something else, I feel like the ears are poking out a bit too far. Like if we look at a, let me see, okay, just wanted to make sure it was on screen. So I'm drawing like a little circle here. Here's a little pony head. So straight on is a very, not many artists like drawing straight on, and it usually is the go-to thing. I always find that funny, but nobody actually likes doing it because it takes a lot of precision to get that symmetry. And thankfully, digital art does come with symmetry tools, but you know, when you're not doing traditional stuff, or when you're doing traditional stuff, you don't always have access to it, or not every program has symmetry tools. So in the end, yeah, it's a little hard to do this front-facing view. But the important thing to remember is that even though the ponies are, you know, drawn in 2D, they're still in consideration of a 3D space. So the ears wouldn't just poke out to the side here, they'd actually be attached to the ball, the head of the pony. If we think about it as a 3D ball, they're almost like if I do a side view on top, beep, 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 the ears come out of like back here maybe, or a little further. I forget what the exact show accurate diagram is. So instead of just having it poke out without any change, you can have a little overlap. Keep that circle, or even just a little bit, and have them come out. However you want to draw your ear shapes. I'm just doing little triangles right now to keep it simple. And that just makes it feel like it's a part of the head. It's a little bit behind. They're a little further back. They're not just like, you know, sticking right out of the side like Mickey Mouse ears is the closest thing you can think of. We want to avoid the whole headband Mickey Mouse ear thing.
All right. Anyone else got anything else for these? Going once?
Nope.
Going twice?
Nope.
Sold! To the next picture. We're going to do the Starry Night horse down in the bottom left-hand corner. This is by JJ's Workshop. First drawing I've done here in a while. This is site of the Starry Night inspired by Starry, a New Musical.
It's very pretty. I enjoyed the colors. You have a really nice balance of colors going on here.
I just turned off my tablet. I clicked the wrong button.
Definitely does get the feeling emulated of the oil paintings, just because the large blocky strokes.
I think the thing that's throwing me off is the fact that you have this lovely textured blocky strokes going on up here, but the hill just turns into a blurry kind of hill. It's very blurry. We're not getting the same kind of feel to the picture. It almost feels like just put on top of instead of a part of the picture. So I'd work on maybe fixing that to be more of a harder line instead of this soft field, this like very blurred out hill.
Yeah. CPC?
I made the pony. I wasn't expecting questions.
Well, you're doodling
What
over it.
So I just felt like the pony shape wasn't too clear. I'm imagining this pony's facing away from us, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting it. But then the legs just go sideways, and I feel like the legs should be hidden, but maybe so it doesn't become just a blob. Maybe then have the knees a bit further out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It helps like bring that silhouette to be more readable instead of just kind of like a pony like it's more of a pony form. It brings a silhouette, more interesting silhouette, so we can really pay attention to the idea, the change of the pony to the picture.
Hey, Kelvin, I'm not quite sure I understand your question. The head you drew there looking right, I don't understand. Any chance you could give us a bit more insight into what you're asking?
And the Kieran?
I'm not sure.
Shall we move on then to the next one while we wait for feedback, or?
Yes, sirree, Bob.
Whoa!
There's a pony with a knife.
A knife.
I'm scared of
I'm
raccoon.
surprising myself because I already forgot I drew them.
You... I really
have
want the
sleep
late
tonight.
night drawing stream from CPC. Just get her so exhausted that she forgets what she's doing and just continuously like prod her to draw something and just see where it organically grows to.
Probably just a ball of fluff, just covering the whole canvas
With a knife.
with a knife.
Fluffy knives. Alright, so this is by Melody Breeze 1, and it's introducing the element of wind. Windy wishes. Must not make a fart joke. Must not make a fart joke.
Sounds.
Maybe.
Listen,
It's a very cute name, though.
it is.
It is.
I just have the maturity of a 2-year-old.
Despite some zombies.
So no questions, just the post.
No questions, just the post and the introduction of a horse.
Well, welcome to the horse. Welcome, new horse. Hopefully there will be many arts of this horse. One of the first things that poke out to me is this tail here. It's just kind of like almost like buttoned on to this area here, where that's more their butt area. We call this the classical poop tail. Everyone does it. Everyone has done it. If you haven't done it, you're lying. But basically, something to watch out for when positioning tails. You want to follow this line here. There's a light line drawing already, but this darker purple line is like the spinal cord. Now the spinal cord, that's where the tail comes out. That's what the tail is connected to. So it kind of comes out right above, right on this end here, this edge bit of the butt, so they can do their proper business when they need to, and the tail can lift on up. That's horse anatomy for you. I didn't choose to. Nature did it. It's all their fault. You can talk to them. But yeah, so instead of the tail coming out down there, it's more so that we pictured just like this little triangle poking out with these spinal cord, and we'll have the poof coming out from there.
Nature is very busy right now. It might take a while to get an appointment.
They're very important people. You have to understand.
What is the call waiting music that plays while you're on hold
Birds.
there? Just the sounds of
yelling
like
birds.
outside?
Yeah. You're constantly on hold with nature, even if you're not calling.
I'm scared when it picks up the phone.
You don't want it to. It's never good.
You've done something really bad if nature picks up the phone.
Just a bunch of geese honking into the phone.
They're the security guards.
All right, well, I think that's it for pictures. Does anyone else have any pictures they'd like to submit? Any other questions they'd like to ask?
Any other
other
ponies
knives
you'd
they'd
like
like
to
to
give a knife to? Yeah.
Yes.
Embroidered equations is asking if she can throw in another one.
Sure.
Sound like you were trying to be Mickey for a second.
Oh.
No, Mickey. We're gonna get flagged.
Don't worry, we saved Dino. He no longer is under the slave hand of the mouse.
We threw dice at the mouse.
This is what
Keep
the
him
night
away.
sword is for.
For now.
For now.
Oh, it's a horse with a hoodie. Horses with hoodies are great.
They're adorable.
We off now?
What?
No, we have another one.
I don't know.
Oh, yay.
That was not a
I'm
very
losing.
convincing yay.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just tired.
Do you need like pom-poms to get this thing
Yeah,
party going?
you can't properly cheer if you don't have pom-poms.
All right.
There
It was
will
a
be some
sincere yay, I
pom-poms.
just didn't have the energy because I don't have pom-poms.
If you ever ship a Pinkie Pie anywhere, do you have to like wrap it in pom-poms?
Probably.
Okay. Now, like,
Instead of,
keep that in
little
mind.
things
You have to give it confetti and
and
glitter
streamers. Yeah,
and streamers.
glitter. God.
I'm sorry, if someone shipped me
And
a
cupcakes.
plushie that was covered in glitter, I might be a little bit miffed.
Good thing I have your address now.
You said we were talking about plushies.
Oh, I have your address too, Ali. We're doing this. We need to time
Alright.
it so they get there at the same time.
One of them will have glitter, the other won't. You have to pick wisely.
This is scary. All right, Embroidered. How can we help you, buddy? What questions do you have in particular for your lovely little horses here?
You know, I don't know why, but I'm getting peanut butter and jelly vibes, and I know you draw food-themed
no.
OCs, and I'm just
Yes.
thinking peanut butter and jelly right now.
This still
Maybe
doesn't
that's
sound
what if it was crunchy PB and grape jelly, I could see that.
crunchy.
Tried out a semi.
Well, it's the red hoodie, so let me see.
I think
Like
Always
crunchy,
shading.
like smooth peanut butter has this is blue and crunchy peanut butter is red.
There's peanut butter colors. I've never seen blue peanut butter. This seems
No, not the actual thing itself, but like the packaging. The pot has like a blue lid.
only
Alright,
food allowed to be blue.
Guys.
It's blueberries.
Guys, they responded. We can go to art now. So they tried out semi-anthro sort of thing, and they want help with shading. Always shading.
Shading.
Your shadings are getting a lot better. It's a lot more consistent. Yep. You're definitely focusing or simplifying, giving it one light source, and nailing it. There are still areas that seem to forget that shadows exist or that they'd be casting shadows. Like if we look around the ear, there's this overlap that happens behind here. Oh yeah, I'm going to use the color of the shadow. That makes sense. Here. Like behind this ear, a little shadow there. You're going to have something cast from that hair that... Like, the back of the head must have this huge bun of hair to make it pull back over that ear on its highest point. I'm trying to actually imagine that now. That'd be huge. Yeah, you could add a little bit more into the mane itself if you wanted to get fancy. But then there's, like, the wings. The wings don't seem to have any shadow being dropped on them, despite the fact that they're behind the horse. And it's little ones like that. Like, you're definitely getting almost all of your drop shadows there. It's maybe it's would be a good thing to flip the picture, reassess where your light source is, and just sort of walk over it and be like, is there a shadow here? Why would there be a shadow here?
I couldn't agree more. It's like this. What you gave us here is a really great, like, quick sketch, shaded, colored thing. Like this, it looks good. But I think if you want to push yourself more, it's like exactly like Zamzam said. Look into those details. What would cast a shadow? Check every part. Think of every part as a 3D object. And always references. Pull up references of people wearing hoodie. Pull up art of people in clothing. Just any kind of good light reference. Use that. See where the curves are. See where the shadows lay. See how they interact. And I do want to go back and say I really do enjoy how you used a gradient and then also hard edges. I know you've been working on that, and I can really tell that you're getting better with using hard edge shadows and also keeping it soft. So that's good. I applaud. It's a nice feel.
It's very quiet.
Well, I'll say one more thing. If you really want to get into learning and understanding light, I can link you a book that's like, it's like the book that
Is
everyone
it a
talks
dinosaur
about.
book?
Yes, the dinosaur book.
I want a dinosaur book. It has dinosaurs and pretty light.
It's a good book. It's literally
Okay.
called Light and
You work up. Hello?
Sorry, I had to mute myself to get to my
Oh.
bookshelf and grab the book.
Okay.
Because I have the
Oh.
book. And it's a great book. Yeah, it's literally called Color and Light, and it's by James Gurney. It's a really great book. I'll quick throw an Amazon link you can find wherever. It's, you know, everyone I've ever talked to or seen online has recommended it for understanding light. Is so good. Oh, hey, Inexperienced already linked it in the Discord. I'll link
James
it in.
Gurney or Games Journey?
Oh no, don't mess up.
Journey. I want
There's-
dinosaur books. I don't know what they say inside, but they have pretty pictures of people being friends with dinosaurs.
They also have another book called Imaginative Realism, which is also highly recommend. That's more if you want to get into painting. But yeah. There's so much good book tasty book information. Gurney Journey. That's amazing.
If there's nothing else,
I'm looking at the chat. There's a link from Ali. There's
was
so many
what-
mods. All
what
the
is
mods.
happening? What is happening with this like choose your own adventure
Am I a
art
mod?
game that's happening with BFC and Katie?
Silliness.
I am not a mod.
What?
I
No,
think
you're
last
not.
time I was put as a mod, then I accidentally deleted some comments, so I don't want mod back. I can barely handle my own stream.
She's mad with power. CPC, I have a book you totally would be interested in if you want dinosaurs and cool creatures.
Ooh.
I've thanked Dino Strangosaurus for this book. It's a great book, and I love flipping through it. And it's filled with all fun creatures.
Horsetails are like they have a little nub of skin, and then they fluff. I'm answering the chat.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry, Ali.
they're not like completely made of hair. There is like an actual
This is the
tail,
butt.
and then there's hair like hanging off of it. If that makes sense.
Then there's a little nub like this, and then it's just hair.
These real hostels are just like a thick curtain that hangs down that they swish around to swat flies with. But we like to give them style here in the ponyverse. So they're
And
more
then the
more
Kirins and the
spirally and
classic unicorns are just like the nubs just extended.
it's just like an actual tail. It's just longer.
If you really want to see like an actual horse, just search shaved horse's
Oh.
tail, and you should be able to find.
I was drawing, but not where the camera is, so.
Oh.
Gotta move to where the camera is. There, this is the butt. Then there's the spine.
Huh?
Oh, I'm still not in the camera.
There you go. I moved the canvas for you.
Thank you.
No problem, buddy.
Then there's a nub here, and that's skin and bone. And then you just add hair from here, and that's where all the hair comes from. done. I'm seeing it on the stream now.
Proud of you. I am so scared of what's going on with KT here. It's hit a dark
Magic.
twist.
Oh my god.
It's a beautiful series. Mashup.
It survived. It's coming for us.
This is already scarier than Benin.
It's
This is
okay.
the
I'm just a
reality.
mouse. I'll become a mouse spy. He'll trust
Really?
me. I'm a mouse too. Oh, he'll kill me because I'm
Don't talk about
ruining
your
his
plans on
copyright.
air.
Shh, it's a secret.
It's a
Yes,
secret to
Don't tell
everybody.
anyone.
Secret. I got a secret. Alright. Any other questions?
Alright,
Any
we
other
start
art?
with Mickey, we end with Mickey.
Do, 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 do.
Wee.
I gotta say,
What do you gotta say?
for as crazy as we are, this is one of the quicker streams we've done.
This is
Yes.
50 minutes.
See,
I have
even-
no sense of time. I don't know how long we usually take. It's quarantine time. Time doesn't exist. We put it in pause until we go outside again.
Oh no.
Alright. Well, we got no more ends. Oh. Do you have any comics around the internet?
Like made
does
by
that-
us? Zai has an Ask blog.
And
And a couple
CPC
of
has a
small
bunch
comics,
of comics.
I have random stuff I do sometimes. Don't expect any of them to be finished because I just give up halfway.
If you hop over to our Discord, we're free to answer any of these sort of little nagging questions about us.
Can I share a link? Am I allowed?
Yes, you're allowed.
I don't know how to do it either, so I don't think
We'll
I can
be
do
into
this.
the
Control,
You
copy,
must-
control, paste.
control
Oh,
V.
but then I would have to open the.
You gave my raccoon pom poms. They're so cute.
Well, you wanted to be more excited, so
didn't-
I gave him pompons.
I didn't see that until now. I'm sorry.
Hi, I can't use Discord apparently.
Discord.
Oh, invite people. I did it. Copy.
Oh,
There. Go here,
yeah.
and then read the rules.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about linking your own,
Huh?
comics.
Oh
No,
no!
there's-
I was trying.
There's the
Oh, I
Discord
thought
link in
too.
our description.
Yeah. Oh. That would have been easier.
Yes, it would have.
Oh.
We're very good here.
They're good at
This
what
one
we
is
do.
gonna
It's good
expire, by the
practice.
way. So if you don't click it quick, it's just gonna go away.
It's exclusive.
Limited time offer.
Bye now. See if they.
This one comes
The-
with. It's like they're both
for the
free, but
price
this
of
one
art.
comes with extra awkwardness of me not knowing how to use Discord.
All right, and with that, we're gonna call it a day. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you again next week.
Yay!
Bye.
Well, boy.
Bye.
Bye.